This is from Mike Florio, Chris Sims, Pro Football Talk, talking about the Browns quarterback competition.
As we said a couple of weeks ago, if you have two quarterbacks, you have none. If you have five quarterbacks, you're the Browns. And I don't want to just pile on the Browns because there is an easy target, but it speaks to the dysfunction that you would have that many quarterbacks where you can't distribute enough reps to the young guys to get them properly developed. What the hell are they going to do here? What are they going to do at training camp with Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, and Shadur Sanders? And meanwhile, Deshaun Watson is lurking and rehabbing. And what are they going to do when he shows up with a clean bill of health and says, play me?
I know. They got some things to think about. Now, all these things that we hear and all that, yeah, they kind of give me the inclination that they're not thinking about starting any of these rookie quarterbacks to start the year. That's for sure. It'll be a Flacco or Kenny Pickett type of thing. That's at least the way, reading between the lines and what we've seen and heard through training camp, that's what it seems like to me.
So, Tim, every time I hear somebody talk about, you have four what are they trying to do with 4 or 5 quarterbacks? They're trying to find one of the 5 that can give them average NFL quarterback play. If you have 4, you have a better chance of getting one of them that can play than if you have 2, because none of them are blowing anybody away.
Yeah, well, I mean, we talked about the fifth, Deshaun Watson. Considering he just had the re-rupture of his Achilles, it's typically a 12-month injury. I mean, if you're going off that basis alone, I mean, him playing in 2025 feels like a long shot just based solely on what we know about, the timeline for Achilles injuries. So going now to, obviously, what the Browns are going through in practice, I've said before that unless one of these rookie quarterbacks is just so much better than Joe Flacco or Kenny Pickett, simply because of the schedule they have to start the season, I'd be stunned if Joe Flacco or Kenny Pickett is not the week 1 starter. And obviously Joe Flacco, having kind of a quieter day number 1, if you're the Browns, you don't really need to see as much of him. You know what you have in Joe Flacco. You know exactly what he looks like in this system because we just saw it in 2023. We saw him come off the couch and lead the Browns to a surprising playoff run. Yeah, it didn't end well, but he still got him there, and he still played very good football. Although, as I said before, the advanced metrics really showed regression was coming, and that kind of came to a head in the playoff. As for the 2 rookies, you got to take dart throws, and I said in a podcast, the Orange and Brown Talk after the draft, that you came into that weekend with 0 future at quarterback, and taking 2 dart throws in Dylan Gabriel and Shadur Sanders, even if it's like a 5 to 10% chance that either guy's the long-term option, I'd rather take 5 to 10% over 0%, because at least at 5 or 10%, it's like the odds that back in the day when you got like a Pepsi or whatever, one of those is like 1 in 12 wins a free bottle, and you unscrew the cap and it's got the code. That's essentially what you're looking for right here, and you got no chance to win if you don't enter the game. That's just the way it works.
So we're looking for our starting quarterback on Pepsi tops. Okay. If it works, all right.